Hello, everyone. Okay, today's topic is purpose. A lot of books I could read on this. I don't care. So, um, purpose. It would seem I'm making a judgment call here based on my life experiences and with people over probably the last 10 years, maybe less, 5 to 10 years probably. After evaluating a lot of interactions and observing people for a very long time, I've decided for some, here's what I think some people think their purpose is. Fighting. They feel they just have to fight all the time. Nothing's ever good enough. Other people's thoughts or ideas just aggravate them. They're offended by everything. They get physically angry and have to lash out. Kind of like, I guess, when a gang wants retribution, when like a gang member passes on, let's put it politely, and they go after the other gang, not necessarily the person who took out their member, but anybody in that gang, they're just mad and angry. And one, I don't even know why we have gangs. I don't get it. I don't understand the purpose of that. What is the purpose? Seriously, just so we can own territories and be better. That sounds like the old days, medieval days. Like the new medieval days are gangsters owning territory and selling drugs and that kind of thing. And that's like the old medieval days when the kings had to own territories and stuff like that. I wonder if they had drugs back then. What kind of stuff they had. I don't know. I'm not going to go into that minefield. But it seems like some people think their purpose is fighting, or the flip side of that is, what is the purpose of fighting? Even if you have a point to make, and you say it, and that's your opinion, and that's your thought, and you let the other person have theirs and have their thing, you go, okay. Well, I agree to disagree. Great. Okay? You never know when a part of your own mental thoughts or philosophy is off base. And you could learn something from somebody else. So the purpose of fighting is stupid. Nobody wins. The winners are the people who can sit down and discuss. You might have a slight debate where you go back and forth a little bit on topics, and it gives you something to think about. But you don't debate to it's to be a heated argument into a fight. Okay? There's no purpose in fighting. Even though some people, I think that is their life purpose. And I don't want to say more power to them. I'm sorry, I'm not going to. No more power there. None. Fighting. Bad. People. Bad. No fighting. Didn't you learn that when you were little kids? No fighting. Be nice. Next on my list, control. Some people feel it's their purpose to control others. Hitler, a great example. A lot of little Hitlers running around right now. They're called narcissists. And this little seed has grown out of control. Now, I think the word narcissist, the use of the term has grown out of control. But that is not saying that narcissists are not growing out of control. And that is because they're coming from, their own environment. I can state that as an example. My mother was a top-level narcissist, and we're going to go into her relation to Hitler. I'm telling you, there's a family connection there you wouldn't believe. Okay? We'll get there in a future video. I was just as surprised. Well, not really. After knowing my mom, I was like, well, that makes sense. No, but, okay. I digress. people raised by narcissists tend to have those qualities. I was just smart enough that as things were happening in my adulthood, I noticed the behaviors that my mother had that I did not like about her and chose to change them in me. Most people don't self-reflect that much to want to be better people. So unless they go to therapy. Um, there is no purpose in controlling other people. You will never control anybody. It's like breaking a horse, okay? You can take a wild horse from the fields and you can teach it to let you ride it on a saddle, right? And not, what they say is breaking its spirit, its wild spirit. You think you did. You think you control that horse until one day that horse takes its freedom back and it bucks somebody off and kills them. They break their neck or something like that. Never fool yourself that you think you control something. You really cannot break the spirit. It might be temporarily, but one day that spirit comes alive in that person again, and you better be careful because they've stockpiled a lot of aggression. So controlling others has no purpose. It has no value at all. You gain nothing. It's just constant work. You let it go. You don't control yourself. People who have to control others really need to learn how to control themselves. Then they wouldn't need to control others. That eliminates that problem. So focus on yourself. Power. Some people think it's their life purpose to have power. Power can be found in, I guess, money, material things, generally just wealth. Maybe a power position, whether it be in government or something like that. So I think their life purpose is to have this power, which again is control. And it's unnecessary. One, money should never give you power. It shouldn't. Like, for example, that's why there's laws written for bribery and stuff like that, because to devalue money as power. But we all know that people are paying everybody under the table to gain power, right? I mean, we're not idiots. Well, maybe I am. You're not idiots. Just me. And I'm smart enough to know that. So you should know that. Power is not a purpose. The only power that should ever be given, and still in my book to this day, whether I agree with it or not, the power should be given to God. And God can utilize that power a million times better than any of us can. Okay? We all have power in different ways. We like to, in a way, power equaling money and power being influence as well, are not necessarily all good things. We all have a certain quality in us, or a talent, or a skill that should give us power in some way, shape, or form. But the vast majority of us are smart enough to be humble enough about it that we don't see that as a gain of power. We use it to empower others, help others. So that's the only way that power can be a purpose, is if you are actually using it to benefit other people besides yourself. If you have nothing to gain from it, but many other people will gain good things. Now, not good things not being material. Take away all material things. Good things, knowledge, abilities, talents, things like that, then you've used your power in a proper way. But if it's to gain riches or wealth or influence, that's not using power properly. And unfortunately, we live in a society that does not see power the way that it should be seen and used the way it should be used. The purpose of money. At this point in our lives, the purpose of money is survival. Everything costs something. It's basically come down to almost nothing is free anymore. I mean, I know you look at your local parks here in the U.S. We have local parks. I'm assuming you have them pretty much all over the world. Those aren't free. Taxpayers pay for those. It comes out of our taxes. So when we're complaining about taxes, that's our free parks, right? Stuff like that. The free schools, well, they're not free either. That's taxes. Nothing is really free anymore. Even if you want to go on a picnic, you have to buy the food and drive there or get there, somehow. So, I mean, there could be an expense related to that. Very few things are free in life. Nature is free. If you're lucky enough to be able to step outside your door, which, I am, and there's trees there, and there's squirrels and chipmunks and birds and bunnies and everything coming out of the woods, that's free if I choose to enjoy it. And I do. I choose every single day to go out there super early in the morning and super late at night, sometimes in the middle of the night, just to see what animals are scurrying about. And I have found human animals in the woods. Apparently. And there's drinking and other things going on every once in a while by like some neighborhood kids. Well, I wouldn't even say they're all kids. I've seen some older people doing their stuff in there, and I'm like, just don't chase away the animals and don't hurt the animals, please. Can't you find a different place besides this beautiful, peaceful woods to shoot yourself up? Just go do it in your car. Nobody needs to see that. Nobody wants that around. So the world's become a zoo, devil's playground. But anyway, money, to me, should not have any purpose at all. Just get rid of money. We need to get rid of it. It's not I'm going to cover the root of all evil, not in this video, but the root of all evil, most people say, is money, and that is not it. You will figure out what it is through the video. But money really should not have the power and the purpose that it has. There should be no purpose for such things. There's nothing different in the value we put on money than what they did back in Moses' day with the golden calf that they created. It was that golden calf was like money to us. We're all going to die. Duh. Because we value money and we put value on it. And money and possessions need to go. They need to go. You need to live a carefree, beautiful life with the least amount of possessions as possible and the least amount of money. Plant gardens. Let's go back to basic lives. I really don't know what the alternative solution is to money besides the barter system. But there's got to be some smart, creative people out there who can lend the ideas. Put them in the comments. I want to read them. I'll even do a video and give you all credit on your bright ideas. Okay? I will. So, you let me know. We'll discuss it. I'll do another video. We'll discuss all your ideas on how we can exchange money, get rid of money, and yet get the things that we need to live by. Purpose of love. Wow. What would the purpose of love be? Well, love has the most purpose. It is love one another as you love yourself. Treat others as you would want done to you, such things. I mean, love is all over in the Bible. All over. God consistently is talking about love, 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 love. When he's not talking about love, he's talking about wrath and vengeance. So I've kind of succumbed to the fact that we are here to learn how to love and love properly. Love unconditionally. Be all-giving. Create in our soul a purpose of love that doesn't need all of these material things. That doesn't require all of that. Learning how to love one another just for who we are. Not what we have, not what we can do for each other. Just because we're here. And we're here together. And we really, every single one of us on the planet should be one big family. And in that big family, we shouldn't pick on each other about anything. Unless, the flip side is, a lot of us need to learn how to just laugh at yourself. Just laugh at yourself. I'm going to put singing out there. I'm going to sing. This video's out there. It's going to be an epic disaster if I really think that people are going to love my singing. Do I like to sing? I love to sing. Would I love to be a singer? I would love to be a singer. Is it going to happen? In all reality, no. People are going to laugh hysterically. I can laugh at myself too. I don't care. It brought a smile to somebody else's face. I will make fun of myself all day long if that makes somebody happy. Okay? I don't have that big of a pride and ego that I say, I need to be happy. I need to be on the top of the mountain. Because I don't want to be at the top of the mountain by myself. So I'd rather be with someone that can laugh at me and I can laugh at them. We're going to have a great old time. We're just going to be laughing fools. Okay? And what better way to live life but by a smile and a laugh? So I really think our whole purpose is to learn how to love. And we're not doing that. We are so far from the skill of love. It's not funny. So that's why I think the end times are coming, because there's just no point anymore. We've missed it. We've missed the ship. The ark is gone without us. We missed it. Okay? And he said he would never flood the earth again. He didn't say he wouldn't burn it now. And, maybe that's hell, burn everybody with it. So they drown. We're going to start a blaze. I don't know about you, but I don't think either one sounds very appealing. So if we could just get on the ship and I'll be on the same page and I'll do our part, we might not go up in flames here. So help me out. Okay? The purpose of having a soul. And these are just things I wrote down. And I'm winging this. I didn't practice this. I didn't sit down and put any deep meanings by name. I just wrote down topics and said, I'm going to wing it today. Not doing so great. Just go with it. Come on. Purpose of the soul. To learn. I don't know if we become angels after this. I don't know what's after this. I know there's an afterlife after this because I've dealt with other realms. And I have a mediumship ability to connect. I know there's another side to this. There is a life after life. If we've even lived while we were here, though. So you have to live while you're here to develop your soul. And what is your soul? Is your soul angry? Is it happy? Is it full of learning experiences? Is it taking the right things in value? Or is your soul filling with all the temptations and material things and bad things? Your soul is going to help determine what you do on that other side, where you go on the other side. So the development of your soul is going to be good or evil. And that, along with love, is your whole purpose, in all honesty. For example, a lot of people think if you do good deeds, so if you have this high bar education, if you donate a bunch of money to your church, if you help all of these charity organizations with money or even time, that, okay, you're earning your place in heaven. No, you're not. The Apostle Paul talks about it in the New Testament, that no deed, no good work will get you in. It's really what's in your soul. What have you developed in your soul? Do you love? Do you love God more than you love yourself? Where do you put value? What do you put value on? Did you value your material possessions and how you gain them so much that that's what filled you? Did you bring joy and happiness to other people? Or were you very self-serving? Those are the kind of things that you need to ask yourself and then evaluate whether you need to change. But a lot of people fill their soul with thinking they've satisfied something by donating money or time. And that's not it. You're doing that to try to look good. We all know that. Or to save money on taxes or something. But that's not what your soul is filled with. So, keep that in mind when you're thinking of the end of the world, which is probably very far away. I mean, seriously, read Revelation. It ain't far away. Everything's happening. Or go back and read actually the prophecies from the Old and the New Testament prior to Revelations, where they prophesied the end of the world in segments, and you will see we're there. They prophesied everything that's happening, our behaviors, all of it. It's kind of crazy. As far as my purpose, I did sit down and I said, what is my purpose? If I have an individual purpose, what would that be? And I have determined that my life has been filled with so much turmoil, not because of anything I did. I mean, come on. We all know every trial and tribulation we go through, a part of us had to learn something and we were too stubborn to learn it any other way, so we had to go to hell and back. So just sink in, okay? I am that strong of a person. That's what God has to do to me. So, okay, here we go. I need her to learn this. So I'm going to send her to hell and she can come back and teach everybody else, okay? That's my own doings. But I do think my life purpose was filled at birth, okay, or shortly after birth. And here's the thing. My father was the type of guy who was running around with a whole bunch of women. And apparently in the year, let's see, I was born in 70, so this would have been 1969. 1969 was a wild year, apparently. Landed on the moon, everybody went wild. Anyway, so my father fathered a few children that year. And, well, of course, he didn't want to take ownership till most recently, and you'll see the video on my half-sister, where even I stood up, I says, just own it, for goodness sakes. This isn't 1950 anymore. You know, this is ridiculous that this is even an issue right now. But we'll cover that later. But anyway, I was one of three, and he married my mother. No, I think it's because my mother is actually very manipulative. I think she's a witch. Truly, I think she cast a spell or something, because I don't get it. I have seen the other women. I don't get it. My mother looks like me. Give me a break. He could have done a lot better than this. Well, he was doing a lot better than this. But anyway, that's my life curse. I look like my mother. My sister's the pretty one. She got my father's good genes. I look like my mother. I don't think my mother's pretty. I'm sorry. I don't. And I'm apparently not going to age well either. So, all future prospects out there know that. Anyway. Okay, I digress. I go off track all the time. Again, I was ad-libbing today. But anyway, my life purpose was that I don't think she would have gotten this man had she not been pregnant. And she was pregnant with me. And then 3 months, I think she was about 3 months pregnant when they got married, somewhere around there. And a quickie wedding, her parents demanded it. They were very Christian. The other ones, not so much, or the parents just didn't care because they were kind of runarounds, I guess. I don't know. I have to go by what my mother says, and of course she's going to say every woman besides her was a floozy. She was perfect. She was just as much a floozy as everybody else. Give me a break. Anyway, she got knocked up. She had sex with him, and right off the bat they got pregnant. Well, you weren't a virgin, sweetheart. You weren't a virgin. Okay? So anyway, that's a note to my mother, who is now stalking me horribly. Narcissist alert. Anyway, I think by getting him to marry her was my purpose. I think they were supposed to be together, though. They make a great evil couple. And that makes me Satan's spawn. And when we cover my mother's father, and we uncover that investigative trail, you might see why I'm Satan's spawn. Which is kind of ironic that I really love the Bible. I don't know, Satan loved the Bible though. Oh God, I'm going to hell. I'm going straight one-way ticket there. Anyway, hopefully I didn't just curse myself. We'll see. Maybe God is very, very forgiving. But my purpose, I think, was served, that they were supposed to be married. I don't know why my brother and sister were born, because they're a foursome of evil. They're a foundation of evil. I don't belong in that family at all. I never did. I never will. And I don't want to. That's the most beautiful part. I will die homeless, lonely, before I will ever be a part of that foursome again. I'm done trying. I'm done. Anyway, my purpose was served at birth. Now, the Bible phrase that I came across was Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 19, which says, "Great are your purposes, and mighty are your deeds. Your eyes are open to the ways." I can't remember writing, sorry. "Your eyes are open to the ways of all mankind. You reward each person according to their conduct and as their deeds deserve." So, we are here with a purpose and to perform servitude, deeds. We see all the ways of mankind, and we reward each person according to their conduct as their deeds deserve. So, not everybody is going to deserve good deeds from you. So, your conduct and how you treat others is, whether or not you're fulfilling a purpose with that person is going to be dependent on their behavior and the deeds that they do. But according to the Bible, we are filled with purpose. I don't know why someone would outlive their purpose as long as I have. Unless I'm like Job Part 2, which is very possible. I'm the New Testament version of Job, I think. We'll see. Trust me, right now, I'm here in one of the most beautiful apartments I have ever lived in my life, and I love it. Love it. And not the most expensive. I mean, it's quite reasonable, actually. It's cheaper than my last place, but it's the best apartment I've ever lived in, and best community. However, I may be homeless soon. And if that happens, you're living in my vehicle with me, because I'm not going to stop making videos. I will find a way somehow to continue to do this till the day I die. And of course, it'll probably be a horrific. It depends on how that fits in with all my medical stuff. I don't know. Right now, I'm literally taking life second by second and just saying, heck with it. I'm I'm just flowing here. I'm flowing and I'm enjoying and I don't give a crap. Okay. So take a page out of my book. Maybe my purpose is to teach people not to take life so serious. Take a step back. Just enjoy what you have and enjoy those around you no matter how annoying they probably are. And learn to love. Love in a deeper, better way than you ever thought you could. Alright. Till next time. Love y'all.